Okay, we're doing the hymn, Great is Thy Faithfulness. We're going to do it in the key of D, which is what it is in most hymnals. Alright, I'm going to show you a couple of chords first, and then we're going to go through it, okay? Because it has some of the same chords that happen over and over again. If you don't know what a D chord is, we're going to use a D chord a lot. It's going to be middle finger on the first or second fret of the high E. We're going to skip the B. We're going to take our first finger and put it on the G string, second fret. And then we're going to take our ring finger, put it on the B string, third fret. Okay, that's how we're going to start off with the D chord. Great is thy faithfulness. Da, 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 da. Okay, so D chord's used a lot. We're also going to use a G chord. Okay, and that's going to be middle finger, low E, third fret, pointer finger, A string, second fret, and then ring finger, highest E string, third fret. Everything else is open. Okay, great is thy faithfulness. You can also do a G major 7 there, which would be faithfulness. If you want to do that, I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so if you want to do the G major 7, that may sound better to you. Great is thy faithfulness. Then you lift that finger up. For the G major 7, let's do ring finger, low E, third fret. Middle finger, A string, second fret, pointer finger, second fret, high E. That gives you that F sharp, gives you that major 7. Great is thy faithfulness. Then on fullness, lift up that finger. Great is thy faithfulness. So we'd have great is thy faithfulness. Or great is thy plain G chord faithfulness. Whatever you want to do. Then we're going to do an A7. A7 is going to be pointer finger on the D string, second fret, skip the G, middle finger on the B string, second fret to give us a C sharp. Great is thy faithfulness. Da, da, I don't know the words, I'm sorry. Bum, 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 then a D chord, back to D chord. Okay? So from the beginning. D is thy G chord fullness, A7, D, G. Already showed you a G. Bum, 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 back to D. Now we're going to use an A dominant 7th chord, which is an E7. Did I say A? I meant E. Da, 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 da. So an A or E 7th chord, dominant 7th chord is going to be like this. Open E. A string will be second fret with the middle finger. Skip the D string, that's our 7th. That's our D. That gives us our 7th in our E, G sharp, B chord. And then we're going to put, so a D's open, and then G is going to be first fret with our pointer finger, gives us a G sharp note, third of our chord, and everything else is open. Da, da, da. Then we're going to do an A7, I already showed you that, so go to A7. Then stay on A7. Da, da, da. Then we reach the high note, go back to D chord. Bum, ba, da, da, da. Now here you can just do a G chord. Or you can do this, the G major 7, F sharp, and then add the thumb. So that's up to you. Da 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 tum, or da 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 G chord. So here we go from the beginning. D, G, A7, D, G, da, 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 D, D7, da, da, A7, stay on it, da, 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 D chord, bum, 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 they G, fail not. Now here's a cool chord, great is thy. And we're going to use the top 4 strings. You can actually use the A in there if you'd like, but definitely not the low E. Great is thy. This is a diminished chord. And what we're going to do is have D open, and we're going to have G string first fret. Give us a G sharp. B string is open, and then we're going to have an F natural note here on the top E. Great is thy. And the A sounds okay if you want to put that in there. Great is thy. And then D chord faithfulness. And then A7, Lord, unto me. Alright, great is thy faithfulness. We know God is faithful to us to forgive us our sins and to work in us, to form the moral image of Christ in us, as long as we are faithful to Him. It's an if. then statement. If we do our part, then He does that all He promises for His believers. Okay, it is dependent upon us and our reaction to Him. Of course, He is faithfulness to His word first, to Himself. And in His word He said, He shall forgive us. He shall cleanse us from all unrighteousness if we confess our sins and if we are faithful to Him in relationship. And He's faithful to that word. And indirectly, He's being faithful to us through that word. So thank God for that. So do we have time to go through the whole thing one more time? Yes, we do. Plenty of time. All right, D chord. Great is thine in the G, faithfulness, or great is thy faithfulness. You want to do it that way? A7, da, 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 D chord, G, da, da, D chord, dun, dun, and then E7, da, 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 A7, stay on the A7, da, 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 D, da, 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 they fail not, and then fail not, or just a G, pum, pum, and then this cool diminished chord, great is thy, oh, freak people out, tell them you can do a diminished chord, great is thy, and then D chord, faithfulness, and A7, Lord unto me, and the D chord. Alright, any requests for chords, for hymns or choruses, you can send that to me in a YouTube message. Be happy to entertain that. I'm not promising I'll do it, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Or any questions about any of the sermons that I have on the channel as well, you're welcome to ask away. So, God bless.